You are watching the Grizzly Digital Network. It's time for some GGC tennis. Now, let's go live. The voice of the Grizzlies, Matt Mahoney.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lawrenceville, Georgia, on the campus of Georgia Gwinnett College. We are live from the GGC tennis facility where Chase Hodges and your Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies will do battle with the Emory Eagles. Hello again, everybody. My name is Matt Mahoney. Two of the best in respective college tennis divisions go at it. It's NAIA's Georgia Gwinnett and NCAA Division III Emory. We'll turn things over to our head coach here at Georgia Gwinnett College and Chase Hodges for today's starting lineups.
All right, want to welcome Emory here to GGC. Glad to have you here. Looking forward to today's match. We'll start with 1 through 4 doubles, which will be played on courts 1 through 4. And then for singles play, it'll be 1 through 4 singles and then 5 through 8 on the back 4 courts, okay? We do have an official here today, Mr. Hoyt Mabry, so if we have any issues, Hoyt will be able to handle it. We also have a trainer here on site, Joe, who's up there. So if we have any injuries, he'll be able to take care of you guys, okay? So with that being said, we'll start with our singles introductions. Playing number 1 singles today for the Grizz, Valeria Pota. Good luck. Two singles for the Grizz, Clara Danilova. Good luck. Good luck. 3 singles for the Grizz, Chiara DeSalvo. Four singles for the Grizz, Emerald Abel. Good luck. 5 singles for the Grizz, Alona Vasilyeva. Good luck. Here we go. 6 singles for the Grizz, Margarita Abreu. Good luck. All right. Amy, good luck. Yeah, good luck. All right, good luck. All right, let's bring it in.
Big thanks to Chase Hodges there and company for providing the starting lineups for today's action. It's going to be a great one. It's NCAA Division III Emory Eagles out of Atlanta, Georgia versus Georgia Gwinnett's #1 in NAIA out of right here in Lawrenceville. Both coaches very accommodating to make this contest happen. Should be a great competitive matchup. We'll get to all the numbers and previous matchups and head-to-head showdowns right after this. But first, we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to take a commercial break, and we come back, we will have the pregame comments from head coach Chase Hodges. As it's going to be a great day here from Lawrenceville as GGC will do battle here versus
Hi, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson,
University.
Director of Athletics.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll have the pregame comments from head coach Chase Hodges right here on the Grizzlies.
Hi, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. While you're watching today's broadcast, I wanted to highlight the academic accomplishments of our players who stand out in the classroom. Academic success is a vital part of the experience at GGC, and for our students who earn a 3.0 or higher semester GPA, they have their name added to the AD's honor roll. With team GPAs as high as 3.7, we've had excellent performance to date and over 50 athletes per semester earning AD honor roll distinction. So while you're enjoying the athletic feats of our players today, know that your Grizzlies are doing us proud in the classroom as well.
Check out Grizzly Athletics Performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Grizzly Digital Network. We're joined now by head tennis coach Chase Hodges. Coach, how we doing?
I'm doing great, Matt. Look forward to a great match today. Going to be a lot of fun.
Before we get to today's match, let's recap just a little bit here. What do you make of the Grizzlies' 4-0 start this season?
Feel pretty good about it. Singles, doubles, all the way around. We have 4 seniors in our top 6, and it's been a situation where those 4 seniors have really helped our 2 freshmen that are in the lineup and really added some experience from that standpoint. And really looking forward to getting a chance to face a national champion today with Emory.
Yeah, which program am I talking about? Who's won 2 of the last 3 national championships and currently ranked number 1 in their division?
Yeah, I mean, that's they're a tough competitor. Last year we scored our first victory over them in school history on the women's side. So, that was a big confidence boost for us, and hopefully we can carry that into today's match. Should be very, very interesting.
What would a win today mean for you in this program?
It'd be huge. I mean, playing a team like Emory and getting a victory only adds. I thought it was huge for us last year. I think it was really one of the key moments on our decision or in our season and helped us win a national title. So I think it just gives us that confidence that we can beat anybody, and we've actually never beaten them at our place. So the one match that we beat them was on the road. So it'd be nice to beat them here at home.
Speaking of home here, we had a ton of rainfall last night. Yeah. Describe the courts and the conditions the girls have to go through today.
Oh, we're good. I mean, the courts have been dry since about noon. A little windy out here, not too hot, but, they should be fine.
Coach, we're looking forward to it. Good luck today.
Hey, anytime the GDN's out here, we're excited. I'm glad you guys are out here.
We're excited to be here too, Coach. Right. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and dive right into the doubles action here between Georgia Gwinnett and Emory right here on the Grizzly Digital Network. It's time to gear up, Grizzly fans. Right now, you can find all the latest Grizzly gear to support your team by visiting the Georgia Gwinnett College official bookstore inside the Student Center. Or simply shop online anytime, anywhere by visiting ggc.bncollege.com. From hats and t-shirts to jackets and one-of-a-kind collectibles, you can find it all with the official GGC bookstore. Plus, on game day, be sure to swing by the merchandise table at the stadium. So pick up your favorite item today and show your Grizzly spirit. Go Grizzlies! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Grizzly Digital Network. We're joined now by head tennis coach Chase Hodges. Coach,
hi, Grizzly fans. This is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations.
Before we
right
get to
now
today's
is the time
match,
for you to join. Hi, Grizzly fans. This is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. Right now is the time for you to join us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. While you're watching today's broadcast, I wanted to highlight the academic accomplishments of our players who stand out in the classroom. Academic success is a vital part of the experience at GGC, and for our students who earn a 3.0 or higher semester GPA, they have their name added to the AD's honor roll. With team GPAs as high as 3.7, we've had excellent performance to date and over 50 athletes per semester earning AD honor roll distinction. So while you're enjoying the athletic feats of our players today, know that your Grizzlies are doing us proud in the classroom as well.
Check out Grizzly Athletics Performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
It's time to gear up, Grizzly fans. Right now, you can find all the latest Grizzly gear to support your team by visiting the Georgia Gwinnett College official bookstore inside the Student Center. Or simply shop online anytime, anywhere by visiting ggc.bncollege.com. From hats and t-shirts to jackets and one-of-a-kind collectibles, you can find it all with the official GGC bookstore. Plus, on game day, be sure to swing by the merchandise table at the stadium. So pick up your favorite item today and show your Grizzly spirit. Go Grizzlies! To watch more videos from the Grizzly Digital Network, head over to grizzlyathletics.com.
Hi Grizzly fans, this is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. Right now is the time for you to join us inside the Grizzly Club. Your tax-deductible contributions will go towards scholarship opportunities, travel expenses, championships, and student-athlete development. Plus, you'll have exclusive offers for game tickets and inside events. Your support truly makes the difference as we develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. Join the Grizzly Club today. Go Grizzlies!
For further details about Grizzly Athletics performance, head over to grizzlyathletics.com.
Thank you for calling the NAIA Eligibility Center.
For additional information about GGC compliance and the NAIA, type in grizzlyathletics.com.
For further details about Grizzly Athletics performance, head over to grizzlyathletics.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Grizzly Digital Network. Glad to have all of our friends, family, and alumni tune in here live on our website at grizzlyathletics.com. On a beautiful day here in the Atlanta metro area. Temperatures a cool 61 degrees. If you're in the sun, it's going to feel like a great day. If you're in the shade and there's a little bit of 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, it's going to feel like a cool day. So for the competitors out there on the tennis courts, they are going to feel really good today. You might see a couple of long sleeves, but for the most part, everybody's fit and ready to roll here today between these two top programs in their respective divisions. And again, Emory women's tennis, they are the Eagles, head coached by Amy Bryant, her 18th season. Meanwhile, Georgia Gwinnett, women's tennis, head coached by Chase Hodgson's 5th year of the program. Both these programs have won 2 of the last 3 national championships in their respective divisions and currently sit atop of the polls at number 1. And so that's where we will go to number 1 here on the doubles line of this contest here. Emory will be on the far side of your screen in the black. GGC will be in the bottom of your screen in the green. As this will be a great matchup here. One of the best players for the Eagles, 2 of the best players in total. Bridget Harding and Katarina Sue versus George Gwinnett's Kiara DeSalvo and Alona Vasilyeva. And again, we will play with the NAIA format of 9 points available today. So each doubles court is worth 1 point, a little bit different for our NCAA folks that are used to a 7-point scoring system. Not today. It's going to be a 9-point scoring system. So taking a 2-1 or even a 3-0 advantage could set up your singles quite well in this contest. Some tennis early there as Vasilyeva dumped one over top of the defense. And gets the point to go home for the Grizzlies. This will be Bridget Harding, a 5'3" junior in Northport, New York, serving things up for the Eagles. Again, Emory in the black tops, GGC in the white and the green tops. Harding again. DeSalvo and Harding going at it there in the back on the baseline. Harding hit that one to the net. The Grizzlies have an early 30-love lead on court number 1. And service returning, too, as well. Good tennis there going on court number 1. Again, this is DeSalvo and Vasilyeva, the #1 doubles duo in all of NAIA tennis. Fresh off that ITA National Championship from back in the fall. Have anchored the Grizzlies in a 4-0 record at doubles line number 1 this season. Harding, take 2. So a nice job by the Grizzlies there on court number 1. They break the early service of the Eagles. And that's Kara DeSalvo and Alona Vasilyeva getting an early game. And that first doubles matchup number 1. And again, the key in these doubles matches, it's going to be a straight set, pro set. First 1 to 8 games will take the point for their team and give them an early advantage going into singles play. And so now let's transition things over to court number 2 as we see court number 2 action in play. This will be Michelle Satterfield and Daniela Lopez for Emory at the bottom of your screen in black. And for the Grizzlies, Valeria Poda and Clara Donalova at the top of your screen. Poda in the green, Donalova in the black. Not to make things too confusing for you there. Both Grizzlies in white visors, if that helps you. So this will be Satterfield and Lopez serving with the Grizzlies up a game already 1-0. Second game, Eagles serving. That one's off the top of the tape. They get a do-over there. Poda went right at the front player in Lopez there. Couldn't handle the heat. Had a missed touch off the racket. It falls short, so the Grizzlies trying to break the Eagles on court number 2 as well. DeSalvo and Vasilyeva already did so in the very first game. This has been a great showdown between these two teams in recent history. 5 meetings, 4 of them have gone the Eagles' way. Both teams have won 2 of their last 3 respective national championships. Poda and Donalova, the number 2 ranked team in the NAI. Right behind their teammates, DeSalvo and Vasilievo. It was an all-Grizzly showdown at the ITA Oracle Cup, the NAI National Champions back in the fall. Good ammo to have for Chase Hodges. Meanwhile, Lopez and Satterfield, respectable in their own right. They're the 12th ranked doubles team in Division III. Nice job there by Larry Poda on the forehand return. Now the service for Satterfield will look at Clara Donalova. Second game here on court number 2. Again, these two teams met twice last year. The Grizzlies taking the contest at the Emory Indoor Tennis Facility. The match was actually played inside on May 1st. And all new pairings for both these teams. Back then, Vasilievo and DeSalvo were partnered up on the second doubles line. They defeated Sue and Harding, who is actually playing on court number 1. So there is a rematch here in this contest from last year to this year in doubles. And that's, again, last year it was the number 2 doubles matchup. And Vasilievo and DeSalvo defeated Sue and Harding 8-6 in the second line of the doubles matchup. And here today, they both are the top doubles duos in their respective division. NCAA Division III, Sue and Harding number 1, and NAI number 1, DeSalvo and Vasilievo. So a rematch going on court number 1 from last year to this year. And the Grizzlies went on to win that match 6-3 in Atlanta last year. We're looking at Satterfield and Lopez. They were paired up last year as well, back in a February 17th matchup here in Lawrenceville. So a year ago, Satterfield and Lopez were teamed up, and they were on the doubles line number 3. They actually defeated Sophie Feller and Victoria Svensson 8-4. And they get upgraded as well. Satterfield and Lopez, they're at the 2 lines now versus Poda and Donalova. Donalova serving things up for the Grizzlies. And wind, serious factor too. As you're looking on the camera, it's basically blowing from the scoreboard and the score bug in the lower left-hand corner to the upper right-hand corner where that GDN logo is. So basically it's sort of cross-court left to right as you look at it as Lopez has the service return here. Lopez hits that one long. And again, the first 2 pairs of doubles for GGC is led by their 4 seniors. And there are 4 of 5 seniors when you add Judith von Fraenhoven to the mix. Very senior-driven team that has won 2 of the last 3 national championships for Georgia Gwinnett. Poda on a little bit of a roll here for Grizzlies, trying to take the upper hand on court 2. Well, Lopez called it out. Pota questioning it, but we'll get a second chance on the serve. So Pota again trying to regroup. A couple of calls don't go her way. And having to deal with that wind is going to be tough on the tosses. Ball needs to be where you want it to be on the serve, especially the first one. Second one, you can make some adjustments. Nice forehand there by Satterfield. Goes right through Donalova's racket. We got a battle on two. Some racket going on over at court 3. We'll get to that in just a moment. Pota serving. Lopez hits that one at the top of the tape, and so it goes the Grizzlies' way in the second game, too, as well. And so it's a good look there at Pota and Donalova, off to a good start for GGC. As we'll move things over to court number 3 now, as we see our last doubles matchup between GGC and Emory University. And on the near court and green, you're going to see a pair of Grizzlies that are starting to make a name for themselves, and Emerald Abrold and Margarita Aburu, a pair of freshmen, teamed up there on court 3 in a doubles matchup. On the bottom of your screen, then the top side for Emory will be Goodman and DeMeo. Melissa Goodman and Michelle DeMeo for Emory, the Eagles, top part of your screen. And they elected to go with the short sleeve there for DeMeo. Meanwhile, Goodman going with the long sleeve. Abreu on the back baseline there. Nice forehand winner for the Eagles. And we appreciate everybody tuned in here live on our website as we get you introduced to all 3 courts here in the doubles matchup between Emory and Georgia Gwinnett. Grizzlies currently up 3-0 over the Eagles in this matchup. Grizzlies taking the first 3 games. With Abreu serving. Good volley there as Abreu gets put to work and get the point for the Grizzlies. The ball hit short into the net. Abreu touches that one, and Emerald finishes it. Nice job by the pairing there to take care of business. 4-0 lead for the Grizzlies on court number 3. As we will migrate over to court number 1 momentarily. Good look at Chase Hodges there on the right side of your screen, talking over with a pair of freshmen. If those freshmen can produce down there in that 3-spotted doubles, then you're looking really good as you lean on the rest of those Grizzly veterans, the seniors, out there on courts 1 through 4. Let's go back to the top now. We are on court number 1. Well, we've got a great matchup here. Rematch from last year's 8-4 victory for DeSalvo and Vasilyeva. But now they find themselves in a battle with Sue and Harding, as the Grizzlies currently trailing 2-1 in this match. Vasilyeva frustrated with that one. So the ball gets in on her hands a little bit and can't quite extend the finish. And she's frustrated because Grizzlies had the upper hand in that point with the Eagles retreating back. So the Eagles get a game back in that contest on court number 1. And so we'll move things over to court number 2. Now it's the only match currently inactive. In action, I should say. They're two kind of idle right now. So Grizzlies in the foreground, Eagles in the background. Nice shot there for the Grizzlies. Donalova and Pota, veterans that have been doing this for quite some time. Donalova serving. The last update we have is Grizzlies on top 2-1. Doubles matchup number 2. Donalova serving. Nice job by Donalova putting the pressure on Satterfield. Pushes that one wide far. Donalova, tough backhand there. Not happy with herself. Again, Grizzlies serving with the lead. 3-1 on court number 2. Service long from Donalova. At it again. That one called out again, and we do have an official left side of your screen right at the net. Hoyt Mabrin. That will advise this court and overrule if he sees otherwise. But it's very much a self-sanctioned, player calls a foul type of deal. Or calls it an out in this case. Donalova needs to recalibrate that serve a little bit. Great play at the net by Lopez. Left overhand went it home. Emory holds the all-time series in this matchup. 4 wins to 1 over the Grizzlies. However, the Grizzlies did get their first win over the Eagles. Last year in Atlanta on May 1st, as Chase Hodges said in the pregame, it really felt like that win to start the month of May propelled the Grizzlies through the national tournament and on to the national championship, which was won in dramatic fashion. 5-4 with singles line number 5 and Alona Vasilyeva bringing home the championship back to Lawrenceville. Danilova serving. Danilova struggling a little bit there as the Eagles break her service and take the point. And so we will, take the game. We'll move over now to court number 3, check in on that action. A pair of freshmen for the Grizzlies have turned out and played well as they're currently up 5-0 on court number 3. So here's the freshmen, Aburu and Abel. And again, first one to 8 games claims a point on the overall matchup. Just got a quick update here. 6-0 the Grizzlies after a commanding lead in this doubles matchup on court 3. Eagles serving. This is Goodman. And unable to service return in the backhand, blew it past everybody. Early nod goes toward the Eagles, trying to muster up a game here on court 3. Abel playing well at the net there for the Grizzlies. You can almost see the disappointment on the Eagles' face there, is even with the service, they don't have an answer for the pair of freshmen for the Grizzlies. That ball heading to the net, so a little bit of struggle here for the Eagles on the third line of doubles play. Currently, Grizzlies leading on 2 of the 3 doubles courts so far in this contest. Grizzlies leading on courts 2 and 4. Eagles leading on court 1. Goodman out to Abel. Nice job there by Muru. It's a high five to Abel, and the Grizzlies smell blood in the water here, trying to finish off this match. Get an early point for GGC. And that would go a long way for Georgia Gwinnett in this match, trying to pick up win number 2 in this series of the battle for Atlanta. Able again cuts that ball off. As GGC just out to a commanding lead over Emory in this doubles matchup number 3. So a ball placed into the net there, and that'll do it for the Grizzlies. They take the point on court number 3 via the 8-0 sweep. On court 3, as GGC will take a overall point in the match. They lead 1-0. It's a pair of freshmen that played very well for GGC, and they've got themselves out to a great lead and a great point. And so we'll move back over here now to court number 1. We'll check back in at court number 1, where we see Emory has the upper hand for the time being. Let's take a look. So the Grizzlies trying to find an answer on court 1. And again, these are the best 2 double teams in their respective divisions. And right now, Emory getting the better of Georgia Gwinnett. Salvo and Vassily able to try to provide some energy to come back in this contest. Currently down 4-1, but serving. Got to do it one game at a time. Nice forehand winner by DeSalvo, or excuse me, by Vasilieva. And DeSalvo with a fist pump, and that game will go to the Grizzlies. So back on the board they are for Georgia Gwinnett. They find themselves down 2 games, but a chance to break service here. Be a huge game in this match. Grizzlies already currently leading on court number 2 as well. They've got 1 point overall in the match. Grizzlies leading 3-2 on court number 2, but here on court number 1, Grizzlies have just taken the game to make it 5-3. So a break in the service here for the Grizzlies would get them back into this contest on court number 1. We'll stay right here with you. job by Vasilyeva. Harding with that great overhand service. Trying to give the Eagles the upper hand. Taking a commanding lead as they're already up 5-3. Nice job by Vasilyeva. Puts that one down on the court. The Grizzlies, again, trying to break the service of the Eagles right here on court number 1. Gives themselves a chance to come back in this contest on court 1. Currently trailing 5-3, Eagles with the service in the game. That one called out, so Harding gets another opportunity. Nice job by DeSalvo. Makes the Eagles change it up a little bit, and the Grizzlies do indeed break the service of the Eagles. So we've got a brand new ball game over there on court number 1. 5-4 the Grizzlies trail. We'll check back in just a moment, but for now we'll travel over to court number 2, where the Grizzlies have the upper hand. But just like on court number 1, the Eagles found some momentum as they have come back into this contest. There's a good look at the replay there. As Vasilyeva puts that one in, it gives the Grizzlies the upper hand in the game, and they take, now they trail 5-4 in the match on court 1. Here on court 2, last update we got 3-2, Grizzlies lead. But the Eagles do have momentum. Larry Apota serving for the Grizzlies in her senior season. Good read there by the Eagles, letting that one fly between the two of them and it going out of bounds. Nice job by Pota. Good read from Lopez. That ball went long. Grizzlies trying to get their momentum back on this court. Already with the lead. And Pota serving. Pota and Donalova been playing doubles together for 2 seasons now. Been rejoined together after Donalova's successful battle with cancer. Since then, the two have been on a roll, and there they continue it again. Good game for the Grizzlies there as Donalova and Pota team up for a big win to stop that momentum for the Eagles. And you see Chase Hodges there in the shot, giving some pointers. Point this Grizzly team in the right direction. Chase Hodges, the 5-time NAIA team national championship he's brought to Lawrenceville. 5 trophies in that trophy case and has both programs back atop of the NAIA #1 standings. Looking to defend their NAIA national championship and get back to Mobile, Alabama and defend that title in May. And this game right here, this contest, this match, will prepare the Grizzlies for that national championship in May. And again, he attributes the Grizzlies' success last May to the win, their first ever in school history over Emory. Back on May 1st, propelled Georgia Gwinnett to that championship. Here's a look at the winner from Poda. This buries into the corner. And a nice job there for Poda and Donalova. We'll stay right here with you on court number 2 to follow this action. If we hear something good going on in 1, we'll slide over there too as well. Momentum right now for DeSalvo and Vasilyev over at 1. Again, we haven't forgotten about them. We'll check on them in a minute, but for now, GGC on the service return from Emory on court 2. That one tucked down at the net nicely by Satterfield. You see the trees start to engulf court number 2 as that sun starts to set behind us. Here at the GGC tennis facility, temperature will drop dramatically if you go from the sun to the shade, and when that sun sets completely, temperature going to dip down into the low 50s. Depending how long we go, we could play into the 40s as close as we get to 8 o'clock tonight. Good job there by Poda and Donalova. Poda cleaning up at the net, and then Donalova with that forehand winner down the side. And again, Poda broke momentum and got the Grizzlies back up 2 games in this doubles matchup. Break the service of Emory, and you can feel your teammates over at 1 mounting a comeback 2 as well. This would be detrimental to the Eagles' chance in this contest if they drop down 3-0 after doubles play. Donalova finishes at the net too as well, and you can just feel the energy shifting toward George Gwinnett right now. Already up 1-0 in the match. They're leading on court number 2, and they're battling on court number 1 in front of the hometown crowd. Fans have come out here. They've packed the deck on top of the GGC tennis facility at the clubhouse. They've got something to cheer about right now. A couple of the GGC men's tennis players in the house too as well. And you see, as long as you sit in the sun, it's going to feel good. That's where they're at right now. That ball hit long and wide as well. You see Donalova looking at forehand. This was from a point ago. Donalova with a great finish down the line. So now that game put in the books. Coming to the books for Emory here. And now GGC leading 5-4 on court number 2. All right, here's where the fun starts. Let's go. We're going to go over to court number 1 in just a moment. Because the Grizzlies have battled back and tied that game at 5 over on court number 1. So a great battle going on here. GGC already captured 1 point on court number 3 as the Grizzlies won 8-0 as Abreu and Abel took down Goodman and DeMeo. So here we are on court number 2. Poda and Donalova for the Grizzlies at the bottom. Donalova serving. Satterfield a good winner there. All right, now we'll slide over to court number 1, and we want to see this big game right here, tied up at 5 apiece on court number 1. DeSalvo and Vasilyeva on the right side of your screen. It'll be Harding and Sue on the left side of your screen. 5-5 is your score on court 1, and it'll be Vasilyeva serving. Early advantage for Emory. Nice play at the net. Good idea there for Harding at the net. Frustrated with herself as she went to go get that ball. Hit it below her waist, went right into the net. Strategy taking place here between Vasilyeva and DeSalvo. What to go and where to go with it. That ball's hit long on the first service. That one hit on DeSalvo. She wasn't ready for it. As Lopez cut that ball off. So 5-5 is your score on court number 1. Big swing game in this match. For GGC, already up 1-0. They find themselves a chance to sweep, at the very least, be down 2-1. Salvo hits that one long. The Eagles look to take the upper hand on doubles line number 1. Vasilyeva, first one into the net. There you go. DeSalvo puts that one home to say as if I should have done that last time as well. Forehand winner by Vasilyeva. Grizzlies not going down quietly in this first game, tied at 5-5. Vasilyeva close, but no cigar there as that one's hit long. Wind didn't help her out as well, pushing the ball to play. Again, a big game right here. 5-5 is your score in the pro set. If you get to 8, you can capture the overall point in the match. Grizzlies have done that once already on doubles court number 3. Back and forth they go on court 1. Nice forehand winner by DeSalvo, and again, Grizzlies were broken on that service by Vasilyeva, so the Eagles have taken a big momentum swinging 6-5 lead on court number 1 for GGC. So we'll stay right here with you, see if the Eagles can take advantage of the momentum. Grizzlies were down by as much as 5-2 on this court, won 3 straight games, tied it at 5, and then went broken again. First the Eagles, and so now Emory has a chance to take a 7-5 lead while serving. Currently scores 6-5. Eagles just reinforcing their will here. They take this game in addition to and the point as well. So the Eagles even things up in the overall score in the match 1-1 is your score between Emory and Georgia Gwinnett for the top two teams in their respective divisions. As GGC, the number one team in the NAI, and Emory, the number one team in the NCAA Division III. So now let's go over to court number 2 with things tied up at 1 point apiece. As we watch this finisher for the Eagles, that's how they got their first point. Things again even things up at 1 apiece. As we move over to court number 2, GGC currently leading 7-3. And the service here to Luria Poda, and the Grizzlies a chance to take the advantage after doubles play. And GGC, the difference between winning and losing in this series previously, the Grizzlies took a 3-0 advantage over Emory last May to win the match 6-3. However, in doubles play from a year ago in Lawrenceville on February 17th, the Grizzlies had a 2-1 lead after doubles play, but ended up losing 6-3. So big point here on the line, as doubles doesn't always guarantee you a victory. But a 1 point advantage could be the difference between winning and losing, as the last two previous contests have come down to a 6-3 final score. Again, Poda serving with a chance to get the Grizzlies an advantage going into singles play, much similar to last year in Lawrenceville. Nice job there by Valeria Poda. Backhand winner right down the line, and that'll do it too as well. Great job for GGC there. They battle back. They catch some momentum in court 2 from the Eagles, but then they finish them off as the Grizzlies will take a 2-1 advantage in this contest. Doubles play is in the books now, as a nice job by Chase Hodges' squad, and the number one team in the NAI is beating the number one team in Division III by a score of 2-1. We're going to step aside here, take another break. We'll have some special content for you too as well, and when we come back live here to Lawrenceville, we'll set up the singles play for you here between Georgia Gwinnett and Emory. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more here in Lawrenceville on the Grizzly Digital Network.
To see more about the Grizzly Athletics Complex, go to grizzlyathletics.com.
Check out Grizzly Athletics Performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
Hello, I'm James Williams, head athletic trainer for the Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies. Thanks to our friends at Gwinnett Medical Center, your Grizzlies receive first-class, quality health care right here in Gwinnett County. With daily hands-on recovery and state-of-the-art training facilities, the Grizzlies spend more time on the field than they do on the bench. So get in the game, Grizzlies, with Gwinnett Medical Center in Duluth and in Lawrenceville.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ian Potter, Assistant AD for Internal Operations at Georgia Gwinnett College. Are you interested in learning more about GGC student athletes? Then visit grizzlyathletics.com and select the Student Athletes tab. Here you can find more information about character-driven intercollegiate athletics, leadership training programs, and our mission to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. Go Grizzly!
Check out Grizzly Athletics Performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Here at Grizzly Athletics, we pride ourselves in our 5 core values: service, leadership, sportsmanship, responsibility, and the pursuit of excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast, and we thank you for your support of our program. Go Grizzlies!
The Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies compete in the heart of Gwinnett County in metro Atlanta. The Grizzlies currently field 6 teams and compete at the state-of-the-art Grizzly Athletics Complex. Georgia Gwinnett College is transforming higher education. As you plan your next trip to see the Grizzlies, log on to grizzlyathletics.com and select the Visitor's Guide. From driving directions to local points of interest and a listing of our proud sponsors, log on to grizzlyathletics.com.
Chiara Di Salvo, Córdoba, Argentina, senior.
Clara Dohnalova, Gwinnett, Czech Republic, senior.
Valeria Vodda, Leiderdorp, Netherlands, senior.
Judith Francine van Vrijenhoven from Driebergen, the Netherlands, senior.
Alona Vasilyeva, Yekaterinburg, Russia, senior.
Emerald Abel, Memphis, Tennessee, freshman.
Margarida Abreu, Lisbon, Portugal, freshman.
Ariel Zena Graves, Atlanta, Georgia, freshman.
Deborah Manuela Scurt, Oradea, Romania, freshman.
Rebecca Skurtrud, Romania, Oradea, freshman.
For further details about Grizzly Athletics performance, head over to grizzlyathletics.com.
Hi Grizzly fans, this is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. If you're looking to align your business with our Championship Athletics program, take a look at our excellent corporate sponsorship packages. From signage around our beautiful facility to in-game and digital placement, your tax-deductible support of our program will help offer a championship experience for every student athlete. Plus, connect your brand to our growing fan base. You can find out more by checking out the corporate sponsorship brochure on grizzlyathletics.com or calling me directly at 678-407-5241. Go Grizzlies!
Check out Grizzly Athletics performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
After coming up 1 point short in last year's national title game, Chase Hodges and GGC women tennis vowed for redemption at this year's 2016 NAIA National Championships in Mobile, Alabama.
I mean, this 365 days ago, you know, when we lost 5-4 in the final, we've been waiting to get back and have this opportunity.
I was pretty nervous yesterday. I wasn't really secure that we're gonna win. Of course I believed, but I was really nervous about it.
Well, I was just super excited because I knew we've been getting ready for this day for so long, and now there was the time to actually show what you've got.
Normally I'm very confident in my team, but you know, you got to have a doubt when you're down 2-1 after doubles, and then you're also down 4-3 with 2 matches. But when we were down 4-3 and you know, you got 2 matches in the third set, you know that you're going to have to dig deep. Hats off, I thought Clara Dohnalova setting up that clinch was huge.
The first set I was really tired. I thought that I'm not gonna finish. I had some difficulties with my back. But Sharia took really great care of me, so I came back and I fight it till the end. First, I wasn't sure if we are 3-4 down, but then when I got to know, I calmed myself a little bit down to don't get nervous. I want to prove myself that I'm strong enough to win and to fight and to stay strong. So I just believed in myself and in the team.
Well, for me, I just knew that I have to win. I had to because I knew that everyone was tight and it could go either way. I was just focused at 1 point at a time, and I knew that I needed every point, and that was it. I was just focused on each ball. I was trying to not to focus on anything else. Of course I could see all these people supporting me and it helped me a lot, but I was just it's me and the ball on the court, and that's it. I couldn't believe it at first, and I just turned and looked at my teammates, and they were like running at me, and they started jumping, and I was in there crying. I didn't realize that we actually won, but of course it's an amazing feeling. Like everyone started crying, and I know that this memory is gonna stay forever.
I mean, Core 5's been good to us, hasn't it? That's 2 national championships, come down to the last match, 2014, and then obviously this year. I've been smiling ear to ear since we got that last point. I mean, this is why we do what we do, is to win national titles. It's total team effort. That coaching staff that we put together was huge for us today, and all the players really believed, and you know, it was a total team effort.
After an epic comeback and a 1-point victory, GGC women's tennis is crowned the 2016 NAIA National Champions and have headed back to Lawrenceville with the title in 2 of the last 3 years. From Mobile, Alabama, I'm Matt Mahoney for the Grizzly Digital Network.
1, 2, 3,
It's time to gear up, Grizzly fans. Right now, you can find all the latest Grizzly gear to support your team by visiting the Georgia Gwinnett College official bookstore inside the Student Center. Or simply shop online anytime, anywhere by visiting ggc.bncollege.com. From hats and t-shirts to jackets and one-of-a-kind collectibles, you can find it all with the official GGC bookstore. Plus, on game day, be sure to swing by the merchandise table at the stadium. So pick up your favorite item today and show your Grizzly spirit. Go Grizzlies!
Check out Grizzly Athletics Performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Here at Grizzly Athletics, we pride ourselves in our 5 core values: service, leadership, sportsmanship, responsibility, and the pursuit of excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast, and we thank you for your support of our program. Go Grizzlies!
Chiara Di Salvo, Córdoba, Argentina, Senior.
Clara Dohnalova, Gwinnett, Czech Republic, Senior.
Valeria Vodda, Leiderdorp, Netherlands, Senior.
Judith Francine van Vrijenhoven from Driebergen, the Netherlands, Senior.
Alena Vasilyeva, Yekaterinburg, Russia, Senior.
Emerald Abel, Memphis, Tennessee, Freshman.
Margarida Abreu, Lisbon, Portugal, Freshman.
Ariel Zena Graves, Atlanta, Georgia, Freshman.
Deborah Manuela Scurt, Oradea, Romania, Freshman.
Rebecca Skurtrud, Romania, Oradea, Freshman.
For further details about Grizzly Athletics performance, head over to grizzlyathletics.com.
Hi Grizzly fans, this is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. If you're looking to align your business with our Championship Athletics program, take a look at our excellent corporate sponsorship packages. From signage around our beautiful facility to in-game and digital placement, your tax-deductible support of our program will help offer a championship experience for every student athlete. Plus, connect your brand to our growing fan base. You can find out more by checking out the corporate sponsorship brochure on grizzlyathletics.com or calling me directly at 678-407-5241. Go Grizzlies!
Check out Grizzly Athletics Performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
After coming up 1 point short in last year's national title game, Chase Hodges and GGC women's tennis vowed for redemption at this year's 2016 NAIA National Championships in Mobile, Alabama.
I mean, this 365 days ago, you know, when we lost 5-4 in the final, we've been waiting to get back and have this opportunity.
I was pretty nervous yesterday. I wasn't really secure that we're gonna win. Of course I believed, but I was really nervous about it.
Well, I was just super excited because I knew we've been getting ready for this day for so long, and now there was the time to actually show what you've got.
Normally, I'm very confident in my team, but you know, you got to have a doubt when you're down 2-1 after doubles, and then you're also down 4-3 with 2 matches. But when we were down 4-3, and you know, you got 2 matches in the third set, you know that you're going to have to dig deep. Hats off, I thought Clara Donalova setting up that clinch was huge.
The first set, I was really tired. I thought that I'm not gonna finish. I had some difficulties with my back. But Shaira took really great care of me, so I came back and I fight it till the end. First, I wasn't sure if we are 3-4 down, but then when I got to know, I calmed myself a little bit down to don't get nervous. I want to prove myself that I'm strong enough to win and to fight and to stay strong. So I just believed in myself and in the team.
Well, for me, I just knew that I have to win. I had to because I knew that everyone was tight and it could go either way. I was just focused at 1 point at a time, and I knew that I needed every point, and that was it. I was just focused on each ball. I was trying to not to focus on anything else. Of course I could see all these people supporting me and it helped me a lot, but I was just it's me and the ball on the court, and that's it. Well, I couldn't believe it at first, and I just turned and looked at my teammates, and they were running at me, and they started jumping, and I was in there crying. I was still I didn't realize that we actually won, but of course it's an amazing feeling. Everyone started crying, and I know that this memory is gonna stay forever.
I mean, Core 5's been good to us, hasn't it? That's 2 national championships, come down to the last match, 2014, and then obviously this year. I've been smiling ear to ear since we got that last point. I mean, this is why we do what we do, is to win national titles. It's total team effort. That coaching staff that we put together was huge for us today, and all the players really believed, and you know, it was a total team effort.
After an epic comeback and a 1 point victory, GGC women's tennis is crowned the 2016 NAIA National Champions and have headed back to Lawrenceville with the title in 2 of the last 3 years. From Mobile, Alabama, I'm Matt Mahoney for the Grizzly Digital Network.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
It's time to gear up, Grizzly fans. Right now, you can find all the latest Grizzly gear to support your team by visiting the Georgia Gwinnett College official bookstore inside the Student Center. Or simply shop online anytime, anywhere by visiting ggc.bncollege.com. From hats and t-shirts to jackets and one-of-a-kind collectibles, you can find it all with the official GGC bookstore. Plus, on game day, be sure to swing by the merchandise table at the stadium. So pick up your favorite item today and show your Grizzly spirit. Go Grizzlies!
Check out Grizzly Athletics Performance on Twitter at GGC_strength ATC.
Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Here at Grizzly Athletics, we pride ourselves in our 5 core values: service, leadership, sportsmanship, responsibility, and the pursuit of excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast, and we thank you for your support of our program. Go Grizzlies! Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Here at Grizzly Athletics, we pride ourselves in our 5 core values: service, leadership, sportsmanship, responsibility, and the pursuit of excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast, and we thank you for your support of our program. Go Grizzlies!
For further details about Grizzly Athletics performance, head over to grizzlyathletics.com.
Hi Grizzly fans, this is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. If you're looking to align your business with our Championship Athletics program, take a look at our excellent corporate sponsorship packages. From signage around our beautiful facility to in-game and digital placement, your tax-deductible support of our program will help offer a championship experience for every student athlete. Plus, connect your brand to our growing fan base. You can find out more by checking out the corporate sponsorship brochure on grizzlyathletics.com or calling me directly at 678-407-5241. Go Grizzlies!
To see more about the Grizzly Athletics Complex, go to grizzlyathletics.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Grizzly Digital Network as we get set for singles matchups here. We're going to scroll right on down the starting lineups here for Georgia Gwinnett and Emory. Again, GGC leading 2-1 after doubles play as now as we approach the singles portion of this contest. Each court will have 1 point attached to it. First one to 5. 5 points wins the match. They will play out the rest of these matches for the season and for their ITA rankings. And a lot of teams are going to be ranked. A lot of players are going to be ranked inside the top 50 for their respective divisions. So we'll pair up all those here in just a moment. As number 1 singles line is going to be Bridget Harding for Emory, Valeria Potas, Georgia Gwinnett. Singles line 2, Michelle Sanderfield for Emory, Clara Donalova for Georgia Gwinnett. 3, Danielle Lopez of Emory, Clara DeSalvo of Georgia Gwinnett. And court 4 is going to be Katarina Sue for Emory and Emerald Abel for Georgia Gwinnett. Singles matchup number 5 is going to be Melissa Goodman versus Alona Vasilyeva. And then single 6 is going to be Michelle DeMeo versus Margarita Brewer. And so that's going to be your matchup here as some last-minute preparations going on at court number 1 here. We're going to start there, and we're joined here by the one and only senior on the GGC men's tennis team, and Jordan Cox. Jordan, how we doing?
Hey, how you doing, Mahomes?
I'm kind of cold, to be perfectly honest with you. 2 Florida boys sitting here in the Georgia winter.
It's a little bit chilly.
We're struggling here. We're struggling. But Jordan, you guys had a practice earlier today. How are things going in the GGC men's world of tennis now?
Everything's going well. We're getting in some good preparation for the weekend. We have a 4-match weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So getting geared up for that and looking forward to it. Should be a good one.
And so on the women's side of things here, you obviously play for Chase Hodges.
That's
and
right.
a big win in doubles for GGC as they get the advantage 2-1. I can imagine what that pep talk is like, but I think history has said from last year the girls went up on Emory 2-1 at home, and it's the exact same match last year and ended up losing 6-3. I can't imagine the Grizzlies are going to relax here at all at any point.
Oh, no. I think if the history tells us anything, we know that they have some really, really good battles, and no matter what the score is after the doubles, I think it's going to continue to be competitive, and I think both of these teams are are looking really good right now. So I think it's gonna come down to a few key matches, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
And so the Grizzlies on line one, you're going to see Larry Apoda going up against Bridget Harding. I think what's most interesting about this contest is this is actually the third meeting between these two. They met twice last year. Apoda beat her 6-1, 6-2 in Lawrenceville, and then in the win for Georgia Gwinnett in Atlanta, Larry Apoda beat Bridget Harding 6-3, 3-6, and 6-2. So big contest here on court number one. And again, these are two of the top players in their respective division. Apoda ranked number 2 in the NAI. Meanwhile, Harding ranked number 1 in Division 3.
That should be a good one.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So they're going through some last-minute warm-ups and some preparations here, going on all 6 courts. As
looks like they're all underway here.
Yeah, it looks like we're just getting started, getting settled in here. I think we're missing heaters, but the only thing we're missing here.
Well, we got some hot pizza here behind us, so that's not too bad.
We do have some pizza going here. First set. What's the mindset like with the temperature change? Are you trying to stay warm right now, or are you planning for maybe an hour and a half from now when your match is still going on?
I mean, you want to start warm and stay warm pretty much. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some of the players out here begin the match in pants or a long sleeve or something just to make sure the body is warm and going. But then once you start getting that sweat going and, you know, you're getting into the match, you'll see them, you know, shaking off some of the pants and long sleeves and just going from there. But it's going to continue to get colder because the sun's going away.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're not playing too late in the night and they can just take care of business out here at GGC Women.
Absolutely. Here's Apoda in her senior season, has a service.
We've got a few seniors here on the women's team.
For the Grizzlies, yeah, heard one of many. 5 in total. Even the 5th one, Judith von Freenhoven, is going to get an exhibition match
over there.
Over on court 8. So right now we're locked in on court number 1. Apoda versus Harding for the 3rd time in 2 years.
And probably another time this year, too.
Yeah, they are scheduled to play at Emory later on this season.
Yeah.
And the interesting part, I thought it was brilliant for both Chase Hodges and Amy Bryant, the head coach for Emory, to consider switching locations because Emory has an indoor facility, and as of yesterday, the forecast was terrible overnight. We got a ton of rain, but it stopped early enough in the day to get the courts dry and ready to play here in this contest. And so coaches were able to stick to the original schedule, playing the early one in Lawrenceville, and the late one will be played in Atlanta.
Well, we love that we were able to get this match here because, you know, having Grizzly Digital Network out here, broadcasting it is a real treat. But I'm sure some of them out here are thinking, oh, I would love to be indoors right now.
Tennis ball. Did you catch that?
Ball coming in.
Behind you over there, Jordan. Exhibition match invaded the production tent there.
Almost took us out there.
I'm about to say.
Jeez.
So much for the GDN.
I think Apoda broke the first game. I think she's up early in that one.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that score as they continue to fall in here. I'm real interested to see. There you go. Apoda does take indeed the second game between the two as well. So Apoda up 2-0 early on court number 1. And again, we saw this from a year ago. GGC go up 2-1 after doubles, but lose the contest 6-3, which means Grizzlies were somewhat manhandled during singles play. So good to see.
Some revenge there.
Yeah, good to see Apoda up early on court number 1.
You gonna be around this weekend, Mahoney?
Jordan, we have a huge weekend here at Grizzly Athletics. Baseball and softball are both playing at the same time. You guys are hosting the Grizzly Open. And sad to tell you, we'll be up on top of the hill there broadcasting baseball and softball. And I told Chase Hodges I was quite upset with him because when we make the broadcast schedule, back early in January, it wasn't 100% confirmed the teams that were coming to the Grizzly Open. And so when I got the schedule this week, I thought, wow, GGC is playing Xavier in a rematch of the national championship last year, and I thought, wow, on the men's side, and I thought, wow, I would love to be down there for that, but just planning accordingly, we weren't able to miss that.
If we could have it our way, we'd have you here for every single match.
I know.
Can't do that.
It's funny that I get the comment now that I wish there was more than one Matt Mahoney to go around.
Not possible.
But my wife,
you can't have another Mahones.
But my wife puts an end to that conversation pretty quickly. She says I can only handle one Matt Mahoney at a time, and rightfully so for her.
Well, this is certainly a good one to be broadcasting here. This is
Absolutely.
always a competitive match. So.
Absolutely. So Pota up 3-0 in the first set.
We have Chase Hodges entering court 3 right now.
Which mostly means that's where we should be. Wherever Chase is at means
wherever
we should,
Chase is, we
should
must
drive our
that
attention to.
Oh, I think he just got a little side of the pizza. Careful.
So Harding serving. Down a couple of games in this first set. Puts that one down the court. That's a wonder for Harding, but she finds herself down in the match as we transition over to court number 2.
Going over to Clara Donalova.
So here's a good look at Clara Donalova on court number 2 for the Grizzlies, and she has another great battle with Michelle Satterfield. Now, these two saw each other in doubles, and the Grizzlies came out on top on court 2, and so here they find themselves again on court number 2. Jordan, is there anything you can take from the doubles to the singles when you're familiar with that person during the match?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you see, you get a good look of the way the opponent plays, serve, return, strengths, weaknesses. And I think you can definitely take what you see in doubles into your singles match. And not only that, in Clara's situation here, she won her doubles match, so she obviously takes a little bit of confidence with her too into her singles match. So that's always a nice little boost starting in this one. Hopefully it carries over. That's a great shot.
Clara 1-1 last year versus Emory. Did not face Satterfield, who versus the Grizzlies picked up 2 wins on their second singles line too as well. So Satterfield very comfortable with this court, and Donalova getting used to it here, trying to push her record over the Eagles above 500.
Great shot.
Nice forehand winner there for Donalova. Smile on her face too as well.
You got to try and enjoy it out here too, when it's 5 girls senior season. Some of the last matches you're going to play in college. Got to try and make the most of it.
I told Chase Hodges that not only does it mix up those pregame pep talks, but some of these girls have heard them all a number of times. So it's he can go back to the well a little bit next year when he regroups and reloads. But and to a degree, Chase has said it. When you got a senior-driven team, you know it too as well. And your senior, not a lot you need to say because you know the landscape, you know what's on the line, and you know what you're capable of doing.
Tennis is a lot of repetition too. You do hear a lot of the same stuff, but as long as you're taking it in and applying it to your match, to your court, then that's what matters. But no, you can't get sick of Chase's quips or his pep talks, because he certainly knows what he's talking about, and it shows. It's been working.
I was going to say, to a degree, it works, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. And there's Clara. I think she took that game there.
Clara takes that game too as well. And so the Grizzlies up on top, both courts 1 and court 2. And so we will move on over to court number 3 now to check in on the action. Court number 3 here for GGC as we take a look at Kiara DeSalvo for Georgia Gwinnett.
And another senior.
Another senior. She'll take on Daniela Lopez of Emory. DeSalvo on the bottom of your screen in the black leggings, the black top. I think the white skirt is how you're going to be able to differentiate her versus her opponent, who is also bundled up too in the dark navy as well on the top of your screen.
There's the pants and long sleeves. You got a cold one out here.
I say, do not blame them at all. I'd be the same way. Salvo gets a little tied up there at the net.
Getting a little bit of a breeze too, which makes it a little tougher to play in also.
Yeah, temp's gonna drop off considerably here as we move from the 5 o'clock hour into the 6 o'clock hour. First one into the net. Second attempt coming.
Kiara had a tough loss there in the doubles. It was competitive against a very tough team. I believe they were the D3 champs.
Absolutely, it was a battle within a battle of number ones.
Yeah, battle number one. So that was a good test. Unfortunately, came up short. But again, like we were talking about earlier, what you can take from doubles into the singles. I'm sure Kiara can go into the singles with a little bit more fire. Wanted to make up for that and try and get our team a singles win here.
DeSalvo was also one of the Grizzlies that took 2 losses last year in singles play versus Emory. So Kiara,
is this their first meeting, or have they played? Did they play last year?
Let me check on that, Jordan. This is the first matchup between these two. But for DeSalvo, took 2 L's in singles last year versus Emory, and so she's looking to change that here.
Extra motivation, and she's taking a 3-0 lead there. So
absolutely, so
that's a great start.
DeSalvo off to a good start too as well. So we will transition the action over to court number 4 as we'll introduce you to another Grizzly as well, as this will be Emerald Abel, the freshman that is starting to make a name for herself, versus Katarina Sue of Emory. Abel will be in the far part of your screen in the green top, and Sue will be in the bottom of your screen in the long sleeve black. Emerald, the southpaw, serving things up for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, she's been a great addition to the women's team this year, making an immediate impact on their results and their level this year. So they're looking forward to her doing some damage the rest of the spring, that's for sure.
And Abel and fellow freshman Aburu made quick work of that doubles matchup in the 3-line. 8-0 victory for them.
That was impressive.
Georgia Gwinnett up early in the contest, and so now the freshmen looking to follow suit as GGC is up on courts 1, 2, and 3 right now, as singles play just getting underway.
And I believe, if the scoreboards are correct, Matt, court 5 and court 6 are both up also.
So a huge difference there from last year to this year for GGC, as they lost the majority of their singles matches in the series. Won one match, 6-3, lost the other one, 6-3, but nonetheless it's been doubles that's been good for the Grizzlies, but singles not so bad, or been the struggle last year versus Emory. And so good to see an adjustment and change for GGC going from singles this season.
Yep. Great start.
So Indian Abel on top. We'll stay right here with her. Looks like she's on top 3-2 in that very first set. Getting ready to come out of the break and stay in the action. For the time being, we'll take a peek on 3. Salvo serving. So DeSalvo serving here. We'll go back to, let's go back to court number 4 here as we check on the freshman and her close matchup for GGC.
Playing Katarina Sue. She played for their one doubles, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was a strong player.
Sue, the 27th ranked player in Division III.
There you go.
5'6" senior out for Georgia. Actually lost to Poda, 2 years ago, or I guess, yeah, 2 years ago in 2015, playing at that one singles line. So Sue been shuffled around a little bit now. She finds herself down at the 4 line against Emerald Abel, a freshman. So.
Well, I think that tells you a little bit about the strength of the Emory team, too. You know, they brought in some really good players, and playing one just a year or two ago, and now you're at 4, you must have done some good recruiting. So.
How about 5 of the 6 singles players for the Eagles are ranked in the top 50 for the Eagles. And meanwhile, on the other side, for the women's, not counting the freshmen enabled, 4 of the top 6 singles players here for GGC, 4 of them ranked in the top 12 in the NAIA. So pretty impressive stuff here.
Very impressive.
Some high quality tennis going on here for sure.
Very competitive.
I think you talked a little bit about the recruiting for Emory, Jordan. Kind of quite the story here for Amy Bryant, the head coach for the Eagles.
Okay.
In her 18th season at the helm of the Eagles, and she is the first female in NCAA history to win a tennis national championship as a player and a coach. She did as a player in '96, and then of course as a coach, she's been a part of the program that's won in 03, 04, 06, 05, 010, 11, 12. And they've won 7 national championships in total, and she is accredited to those, 1 as a player and the other 6 as a coach, and an All-American in her own right. And you would think somebody with that sort of caliber player would leave school with some school records.
Yeah.
You would think, right?
Yeah, you would.
If you had to take a guess, what school record when she graduated Emory, what record do you think she held?
When she left as player, she must have had most
obvious.
wins.
Yeah, most wins. No, did not have the school record for most wins. How about she had the school record for most goals scored in a game in points? She also was a women's soccer player too as well.
I was going to say goals scored.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
She was a dual sport athlete as a tennis player and a women's soccer player, and was and because of it all, she was inducted into Emory Sports Hall of Fame in 2001 as well.
That was a good choice by Emory.
Pretty
wow,
cool.
She earned that spot.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's really impressive.
She has gone to work in the recruiting ranks and brought this program back to where Emory feels it rightfully belongs, as they won 4 national championships in a row in the mid-2000s, and then have won 2 of the last 3 in 14 and 16. And
she certainly knows what she's doing.
Yeah, 348 career wins and just 84 losses as a head coach. Pretty impressive stuff.
Well, if the quality of the tennis out here is any indication, I think they're on their way to another possible national championship.
And you can speak a little bit here from living in the Atlanta area for some time now. You look at Kennesaw State on the men's side, Georgia Gwinnett on the men's and the women's side. Now you have Emory on the women's side too as well. I mean, is this the best city for college tennis in the country? Can you think of one better?
It's the best city for tennis, period, I think. I mean, you have just such a great pool of talent and the resources for tennis, and like you said, these amazing schools. I don't think there's any city that beats Atlanta when it comes to that.
So here's the freshman going at it here. A couple of shots at the net. That one pushed wide and out of play. And so Emory Abel out to an advantage. Currently leading 3-2 on the singles line number 4. The temperature.
You do want to try and be efficient out here. You don't want to be staying out here as this temperature drops. So gives you a little extra motivation to try and take care of business, get out of here in 2 sets.
Abel gets another one too as well. Grizzlies out to a lead on the first 4 courts. We will get to 5 and 6 in just a moment here. We'll let Abel finish off this game versus Katarina Sue. We've seen Abel play quite a different singles line for Chase Hodges. She's been as high as number 2 and as low as number 4. It's not necessarily an indication on how well or how poorly a player is playing. It's just a matter of matchups and how a coach believes he can get the 5 points in the match.
Matchups are a big factor, but then also at the same time, you know, he's got a lineup of girls that, you know, are capable of playing at any line, any spot.
So Abel takes that game there too as well. She's off a commanding lead on court number 4, and so now we will make the long trek across the GGC tennis facility to check in on court number 5 for the first time here. We're going to make the long journey over here to court number 5 for GGC. It'll be Alona Vasilyeva and Melissa Goodman as two doing battle here. It'll be Vasilyeva serving, or no, excuse me, Vasilyeva will drift over to the far side of the court, and it'll be...
She's got a 4-1 lead, I think, there, Matt.
Trying to identify. I got maybe Vasilyeva in the near court in the all black.
Yep, she is.
So Vasilyeva in the all black in the near court, awaiting her opponent in Melissa Goodman. Goodman will be in the white skirt on the far side.
Now, I know we're not playing here, Matt, but I don't know how any of these girls out here are not wearing their pants and sweatshirts and stuff, because it is cold and it's breezy.
I think toboggan and glove with 2 socks would be appropriate for me, yes.
Some hand warmers.
Oh, my goodness.
Hot chocolate. We can get carried away here.
That sounds really good.
Got some quality tennis.
So, again, Vasilyeva on court number 5 and currently leading what appears to be 4-2.
4-1,
4-1, yeah, you're right, 4-1.
Yep.
In this first set, Grizzlies out to a
very strong
commanding
start
lead here in singles play.
Great thing about having 2 local teams, 2 Atlanta teams, is you usually have great support from both sides.
Yeah.
Good fan support.
As Vasilyeva took 2 L's last year in singles play, looking to change that here up in the first set of singles play. While her opponent, Melissa Goodman, did not play in both singles contests. Matter of fact, she did not scratch the lineup at all last year for head coach Amy Bryant. And Goodman in her senior seasons transferred in from Lincoln Sudbury in Lincoln, Massachusetts. So Vasilyeva going to work early in the first set.
Great point there by Vasilyeva. She might be at break point now, if I'm not mistaken, to take a 5-1 lead. some great tennis on all the courts out here.
Yeah, Vasilyeva, number 12 in the NAI in singles rankings, taking on Goodman. There's Goodman just outside of that ITA national rankings, playing 5 singles for Emory. Grizzlies no strangers on the women's side to playing a couple of powerhouses from different divisions. A year ago, 2 years ago, Grizzlies faced Williams College, which was the Division III national champion, and that gap year for Emory in 2015. Emory has won the national championship in 2014 and 2016. Also taken on some of the best teams in NCAA Division II. And even in the past have tackled Northern Illinois, the NCAA Division I team. Long rally here.
Wind picked up just a bit too now. Oh, good point there. Tough one.
Tough drop shot there. Falls in for Goodman. Vasilyeva still going to work in her first set. Got some great tennis going on court 6. We'll get to that in just a moment. You'll be able to see some of that action at the bottom of your screen there. Vasilyeva upset with herself there as that error goes into the net. She will lose that game and now get the service coming back to her. We'll check on her in just a moment, but for the time being, let's go over to court number 6 now. We'll get a final introduction for this matchup between Georgia Gwinnett and Emory. And serving for GGC will be the freshman Margarita Buru. Touches that one into the net, and she will get a breather for the time being. But we'll stay right here with you, get a good look at Buru's matchup with Damio.
I believe she has herself a 5-2 lead there.
That's what it appears to be.
Got good command there of the first set.
And so, Jordan, while we get a little break in the action here, you guys get a big weekend coming up this weekend, hosting the Grizzly Open. Some of the NAI's best teams. I think that was part of the invitation. If you weren't ranked, you weren't allowed to come. I don't know if that's 100% true or not.
I don't know.
But the rankings in the teams that are coming here are just phenomenal as you guys get geared up for, I don't know, 3 or 4 matches in 3 days? Is that what it was? Yeah, 4 matches in 3 days.
And we'll have a match also with Emory, the men's side, on Sunday too. So.
Yep. So big weekend for you guys. Everybody good? Everybody healthy? Everybody ready to go?
Everybody's ready to go. We're looking forward to it.
Give me a preview. What's it going to look like when we talk again on Monday?
I mean, we'll be talking with a good 4-0 weekend. I think that's the goal and the plan. So I think we're going to get it. So we're looking forward to it.
Sounds good. Jordan Cox again. Thanks for dropping by. Greatly appreciate your time, buddy. Yep, anytime. Jordan Cox, senior on the GGC men's tennis team, hanging out here on the Grizzly Digital Network as we check out some of the GGC women's action here as For the Grizzlies, on the top of your screen will be the freshman Margarita Abreu, and Abreu, and then for Emory, it'll be Michelle DeMeo down at the bottom of your screen. And Abreu up 5-2 in the first set. Grizzlies leading on all 6 courts in singles play currently. Already up 2-1 overall in the match, and they're leading on all 6 singles courts right now. Grizzlies had a big win versus Emory. Got our first set going the Grizzlies' way as Emerald Abel, the freshman, gets the first set for the Grizzlies over on court 4. Abel calls that one out. Now DeMeo get regrouped on a second effort. So Bray will follow suit as well. She will take the first set for the Grizzlies. And so the first set for GGC on the books in court number 4. And so now Bray takes a set. The freshman doing well right now for GGC. And so we'll travel over to court number 1 now for all of our fans and check in at the top of our lineup with Bridget Harding and Valeria Poda. As Poda will be in the court on the side of your right, and Harding up top to your left. Poda has just taken the first set as well, and this is the first game in the second set. That one into the net goes Poda's way. Again, Grizzlies have already taken a set on 1, 4, and 6. And Bridget Harding, the NCAA Division III #1 ITA ranking, 5-3 to Northport, New York. Has a couple of wins over the Grizzlies in her career. One over Kiera DeSalvo back in 2015. And then a year ago in 2016, she lost to Poda in Atlanta in May. And then Poda got the best of her for the first time in Lawrenceville back in February. So this is the third time these two have squared off against each other. Poda having a 2-0 record. Harding serving. Beauty of a drop shot there by Valeria Poda. She will break the service of Harding again in the second set. As Poda now up 1-0 in the second set. Commanding lead out for her. And so now let's travel over to court number 2. Where we see Clara Donalova in action for the Grizzlies. Donalova going toe-to-toe with Michelle Satterfield. Satterfield has an impressive number 12 ranking in the ITA at the Division III level. Satterfield, 5'4" senior out of Paradise Valley, Arizona, taking on the senior in Clara Donalova at the Trinec, Czech Republic. Satterfield serving. So the score's starting to roll in again here for us on the Grizzly Digital Network. As the Grizzlies have taken 4 of the 6 first sets on the court. Donalova took the first set 6-2. Poda took the first set 6-2. Emerald Abel took her set 6-1. And Abreu took her set 6-2. And so DeSalvo leading in her first set 5-2. Currently on court number 3. And so that's where we'll go now. We'll head over to court number 3 now as we see Cara DeSalvo trying to win the first set. And serving is Daniela Lopez.
I bumped it down. I bumped out the ND filter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I can hear you loud and clear. Okay. Hello? You hear me? Hey, you hear me? Okay. I don't know what they do with that other one was. Yep.
So Emerald able, the freshman, off to a good start, taking the first set for the Grizzlies by a score of 6-1. Currently up in the second set as well for GGC. And serving. Nice forehand winner for Abel. Abel, a freshman out of Memphis, Tennessee, has spent a little bit of time over the last couple of years training with GGC assistant coach Corthy Rutherford. So decided to join the college tennis ranks. Her choice was pretty easy. Abel in the full court. Comes in the net, drops a shot down, and then finishes off her opponent with the forehand. So April out to a strong lead here, up 2-1 in the second set after winning the first set 6-1. She's serving. Abel pushes that one a little bit wide, frustrated with herself there. Still serving, however, 9 out of the, not in too much trouble just yet in the second set. Nice job by Abel there. We'll take the point and the game in the second set, so she will go up 3-1 over there on court number 4. And so now we're going to make the adjustment, and we'll check in on court number 1, where Valeria Poda out to a commanding lead in the first set. Take a big 6-2 victory for the Grizzlies as Poda over Bridget Harding. And now here we are in the second set with Poda leading 2 as well. Currently up 3-0 in the second set. Harding serving, however, here, trying to stay alive in the second set. Poda hits that one long, not happy with herself, and so Harding will take a game in the second set. Poda still leading 3-1 in the match, and so we're going to transition now over to court number 2. Check in on Clara Donalova for the Grizzlies, taking on Michelle Satterfield. Donalova serving in the far court. Donalova had her opponent on the run. Unforced error, put that one into the net. And so Satterfield will take, Satterfield will take the point for Emory. Once again, Donalova won the first set for the Grizzlies, 6-2, but here we are in the second set. Donalova currently leading 2-1, no, 3-1. Good rally, nice volley between the two there. Michelle Satterfield, quality player, 12th ranked team in NCAA Division III. Versus Donalova, the 10th ranked player in the NAI. Second set. Donalova hit that one short, and Satterfield excited about her effort, trying to get some momentum going back in the second set. Donalova hit that one wide too as well, and as we take the afternoon into the evening, as we approach the 6:30 hour here in Atlanta, half past the hour, and the lights have come on and the Eagles have shined brightly. Grizzlies have taken 2 of 3 doubles matches to take a 1-point lead overall in the match. Grizzlies took 5 of the 6 first sets in singles, but now the Eagles trying to mount some momentum in this second set on 3 of the 4 courts. Forehand winner there by Donalova, stays alive. Good looking effort there. So Satterfield will take the game over on court number 2. And so now we're gonna mosey on back over to court number 6 here. Some activity going on with the freshman for the Grizzlies in Margarita Abreu. As Abreu took the first set 6-2, and now she's in commanding lead of the second set as well. And this is potentially the 3rd point in the match as Abreu is up 4-3 in the second set. However, DeMayo is serving for Emory. That service into the net by DeMayo. Trying to salvage something out of this second set. So Abreu error into the net. So the game will go to DeMayo. She stays alive in that second set, but for the time being, we're going to mosey on over to court number 1 now, where Valeria Poda is close to clinching a big point for GGC. Already up 2-1 in the match. Poda has taken the first set 6-2, and she currently is leading in the second set as well, 5-1. So Harding is serving for the Eagles. as Poda has just dominated on singles line number 1. This is the third matchup between these two, between Poda and Harding, and Poda won both matchups in the singles line from a year ago. Poda looking to win a third contest between the two. Harding, stay alive. Poda stayed with it for the most part there. Had a lucky bounce go off the top of the tape, but just a hair out of position. So Harding stays alive. That one into the net. And again, Harding staying alive in the second set. And we'll stay right here with you on the Grizzly Digital Network. Court number 1, GGC up 2-1. Poda currently leading 5-2 in the second set. We'll have the service and a chance to pick up the third point for the Grizzlies. As she catches a breather, frustrated with herself. Temperature now down, dropped in the mid to low 50s, but that wind just whipping through here, a stiff 10 to 15 miles an hour, has really made the playing conditions for the athletes a little bit cool, but for the fans, everybody bundled up and trying to walk around and stay warm in this Battle of Atlanta between Georgia Gwinnett and Emory. Both these teams ranked number 1 in their respective divisions, GGC of the NAI and EU of the NCAA Division III. All-time series, Emory leads Georgia Gwinnett 4-1. However, the Grizzlies won the previous match on May 1st on the 6-3 variety. And here to start the season in 2017, GGC looking to have a big win as well. And so Poda again looking to finish things off with the one last game in the second set. She will claim that third point for GGC. That ball sent a little long and wide. Poda gets a second effort. Down the line winner for Harding. And she stays alive in this second set, battling hard for the Eagles. Harding goes short then long over Poda. Bridget Harding trying to break the service of Valeria Poda. Harding does it again. Harding coming back with a vengeance now in this second set. As it leaves Pota scratching her head a little bit. So Harding does it again with a forehand winner. Pota claims it was in. And so Harding will indeed break Pota. And so a tough task here for Larry Pota trying to close out this third point for the Grizzlies. Will now have to do it on the service receive end of things versus Harding. So while Pota was looking for point number 3 for GGC, it turns out it will come in the form of line 6, and the freshman Margarita Abreu comes away with the second set winner. So GGC now leads the match 3-1, and Pota trying to close out point number 4 for the Grizzlies. Harding into the net. So again, Pota trying to finish off the Eagles here on court 1. So Bridget Harding not going down at a fight on court number 1, as she has battled back in this second set, has won a couple of games, broke Flaria Pota's serve. So this is a big comeback here in the story of what is going on. Again, Margarita Abreu has won the third point for the Grizzlies, 6-2, 6-4 over on singles line number 6. Meanwhile, Emory's starting a little bit of a charge on the second singles line. Michelle Satterfield, after dropping the first set 6-2, is up 3-2 on Clara Donalova. And on singles line number 4, Katarina Sue dropped the first set 6-1, currently up 1-0 on the second set against Karen DeSalvo. And then, against Emma Label. Court three with DeSalvo and Lopez going back and forth. It was Lopez taking the first set, DeSalvo's up in the second. So 2, 3, and 4 are very tight. And so that's why Valeria Pota right now serving with a chance to capture the 4th overall point in the match. And then all eyes would wait on court number 5 with Alona Vasilyeva, who is currently leading in the second set after winning the first set as well. So Grizzlies close to winning this match with a 4th and 5th point. However, if the Eagles and Harding and Goodman can hold off Georgia Gwinnett on lines 1 and 5, they would have a shot to come back in this contest with lines 2, 3, and 4 being very much up for grabs. But they have to stay strong. The Eagles do on courts 1 and 5. They just need to extend the match, keep it alive. Pota trying to end it here with the service. So nice job there by Pota. Sets up the forehand winner after a strong service. And so she's inching closer and closer to that 4th point. Pota's got her opponent on the run, goes with the fist pump too as well, and she knows she's close. And again, the matches on courts 2, 3, and 4 are extremely tight. However, the Grizzlies have a stronghold on courts 1 and 5, having already won 6. Great rally and a volley and a drop shot by Harding. As a confused Pota continues in this match. Drop shot no good there as Pota will take the point for the Grizzlies. Might not have been as pretty as she wanted in the second set, but she gets the job done as Georgia Gwinnett will now take a commanding 4-1 lead in this match. As GGC, who split with EU last year, winning 6-3 in May, losing 6-3 in February, has now taken a 4-1 lead in this match for Georgia Gwinnett. And so now all eyes are going to move over to court number 5 here as Alona Vasilyeva is has the match in hand for GGC. She is taken the first set by a score of 6-2 and currently up in the second set 4-3. And so Vasilyeva could close this one out for GGC with a victory. The interesting thing is courts 2, 3, and 4 would continue to play, and it could go either way. So Grizzlies may win this match with a point here, 5-1, but the final score may be a different story. So don't expect a 5-0 win to equate to an 8-0 win for GGC. But however, the match's fate currently sits in the hands of Melissa Goodman. Down in the second set and serving to Alona Vasilyeva. That one's lying. Vasilyeva battling in that second set again. 4-3, Vasilyeva currently leading. However, serving is Goodman. That one pushed long, and Vasilyeva takes the point as these two go back and forth. Vasilyeva thought it was out, and Goodman trying to challenge it. They may call on the official to come oversee this court because of how big the point is. Nice backhand winner by Vasilyeva. Momentum starting to build just a little bit here. So again, second set, tied 4-4. Vasilyeva serving. Big game in the second set. Courts 2, 3, and 4 are tight. They could go either way in this match. And so big service for Vasilyeva. If she can win this game, take a 5-4 advantage in the second set, she'd be one game away from claiming victory for GGC. Shot into the net for Goodman, so Vasilyeva takes an advantage in this game, tied at 4-4. Vasilyeva strikes that one into the net. Vasilyeva on the move there. That one's pushed long by Goodman, and so Vasilyeva will indeed take the game and the point for the Grizzlies, as that'll do it here as the glory goes to the Grizzlies by a final score. Well, we don't know if it's a final score, but the glory will go to the Grizzlies here as they have captured 5 points in this contest, as the Grizzlies take in doubles lines number 2 and 3, followed by singles lines number 1, 5, and 6, as GGC will win back-to-back contests versus Emory dating back to May of last year, and beginning here in February, the Grizzlies have come away with a big win for GGC, as Georgia Gwinnett there will take the big victory for the Grizzlies, as again, Georgia Gwinnett will improve to 5-0 on the season. They'll be back in action this weekend versus the Grizzly Open, a whole host of teams coming here to Lawrenceville, and you want to check all that out, including today's recap on GrizzlyAthletics.com.
We would like to thank our corporate sponsors for
score here. Glory goes to the Grizzlies again by a score of 5-1 here. Check back into our website, GrizzlyAthletics.com, for a complete recap, as well as our Grizzly Today post-game interview. For our entire cast and crew from Lawrenceville, Georgia, I'm Matt Mahoney signing off, saying so long, everybody. This is the Grizzly Digital Network.
You are watching the Grizzly Digital Network. It's time for some GGC baseball. Now let's go live to the voice of the Grizzlies, Matt Mahoney.